It was a battle of teams with identical records and regional rivals inside the Hodge Center on this Saturday afternoon, and in the end, Furman built an early lead, and they held on Tom, due in large part to their three-point shooting.
Early on, they got an early 4-0 lead, tied at 4, tied at 6. That was it. Then hit some outside jump shots and kind of widened it out, led by 9 a couple of occasions the first half, 6 at halftime. Got it within 1 in the third quarter, but then 6-0 for Furman, and then they kind of stretch it out there at the end.
This is a Furman team that shot over 60% from the field in the first half, and both teams in the end only have 4 players each in double figures. It was a fast-paced game. Let's take a look back at the highlights, and you'll see the impact the Furman Paladins had early, and it comes from a combination of Wilkins, Carter, Ellis, and Bunn.
Well, they got some really good defensive plays as well early on, and then turn around, secondary break. There's Carter. Bunn just tosses it to her, one of her 9 assists in the game, and then Kelsey Ellis got a chance to start because Allison Beasley with the torn meniscus against Georgia. She was great offensively early on to help build that lead.
Whitney Bunn down the stretch really came to life. 18 points to lead all scorers in this basketball game, and she was just 1 assist shy of a double-double as she had 9 on the day.
And you see Cheyenne Goodwin there, and we should mention Goodwin was 6, Wood the starting center, so combination of 12 in the center position, which we thought was going to be key, and it turned out to be in the ball game.
Upstate, on the other hand, we talked about 4 players in scoring position, or in double figures in scoring for both teams. They had Starling, who would end up with a double-double, Travonda Haddock with 13, Kristen Dickerson with 13, and Raven Jefferson, who really led them early, ended up with 15 points.
Yeah, we saw the great defensive play by Jefferson, then the 3, and then Brittany Starling had that foul trouble. You see the nice wraparound pass there to Haddock, who was in double figures as well. And Starling will lead the break and use the bounce pass for Jefferson to get that basket, and then Dickerson tried to create some things late in the ball game there, aggressively, offensively, got a bucket to go down there.
The 27th double-double of Brittany Starling's upstate career, and for the 61st time, she went in double figures in scoring. We'll give you a look at the overall numbers in our game summary, and Tom, the three-point numbers, 52% overall in the game, though 57% from beyond the arc. Those really the numbers for Furman that stand out. What else jumps out?
Well, you look at Bunn. We knew she was going to be good. The 5'7" junior point guard out of Bunn, North Carolina, from Bunn High School, 18 points, 9 assists. 11 of those points came in the second half, 2 big threes late in the game. And then Ellis, who got the start, she ends up with 16, had 14 of those in the first half, and hit 3 or 4 of her first 3-point attempts in the ball game to set the tone, 4 out of 5 for the ball game. And then Starling, who doesn't even play in the second quarter because she picked up her second personal foul, he ends up with 13 points, 17 rebounds, and 4 assists. I mean, had a pretty good opportunity there, but just couldn't get much generated offensively inside to Starling in that third quarter. After got in within 1, then able to widen it out a little bit there and win by 12.
That's a great point. She comes up with her 27th double-double of her upstate career without playing a quarter of the basketball game. Well, the Spartans fall to Furman here. They'll be back in action a week from today, and we'll have it for you right here on ESPN3, as you can see, a 2 p.m. tip on the bottom of your screen. So for Tom Van Hoy, everybody on our broadcast crew, Jason Patterson saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time as Upstate Spartans basketball will be in action a week from today on Saturday.